Welcome to the SICAT function tutorial. This video will demonstrate the digital workflow for the use of the jaw motion tracker from Sirona and SICAT. Upon initial consultation, the doctor and team should provide a thorough examination during the patient consultation. To start the digital workflow, a SICAT digital optical impression is obtained. This will substitute a traditional analog impression. Next, a fusion bite plate from SICAT is fixated to the maxillary arch using thorough amounts of bite registration, both for the maxilla and for the mandible to open vertical dimension. Once the bite registration material has set, the patient is escorted to the Galileo's Comfort Plus unit for a full field of view volume scan. Critical features of the scan include proper positioning of the patient, minimizing patient movement, and capture of the condyle, airway, and orthognathic structures of interest. Next, the fusion bite plate is seated back to the maxilla. A para-occlusal T-bar attachment is then bent to shape and form around the mandibular arch. It is then fixated to the mandibular arch using a temporary material such as bisacrylic. The bisacrylic is trimmed for proper fit and to ensure that the patient's comfort is at the maximum level. Next, the jaw motion tracker headgear is positioned comfortably on the patient's head, and the mandibular unit is fixated to the para-occlusal T-bar attachment for proper calibration. Once calibration has been completed, the patient is then instructed to follow the doctor's instructions with regards to proper movements. The movements are captured within the SICAT JMT software. Once the movements have been captured, the next step includes identification of the SICAT fusion bite plate and segmentation of the mandible so that it is a separate component within the software. Once segmentation is complete, the next step includes integration of the CAD/CAM optical impressions to the Galileo's cone beam image. Once all files have been completely integrated, it is at this point that the clinician can go into the cone beam software to further evaluate and analyze jaw motion as it relates to the cone beam. All of the movements captured by the jaw motion tracker are now visibly seen in the cone beam software. Because the mandible was completely segmented from the cone beam, the details of the functional movement patterns for every patient can be individualized and appreciated. Proper diagnosis and treatment can then ensue based on the doctor's treatment philosophy and patient presentation.